Hi, ladies and gentlemen. So we are starting off the series on red flags, both from employee perspective and employer perspective. But I want to start from the red flags. As a candidate, you'll be able to pick and identify that this is the wrong employer for me. Because when we are hiring or when you're being hired, it's an opportunity for you to be able to gauge whether that is the right employer for you, or the employer on the other end is gauging whether you are the right employee for them. So here we'll be trying to break down these red flags. And for today, I want us to start with some of the phrases that if an employer uses these phrases during recruitment process or during the early stages of engagement, that is during interview, during onboarding, and so on and so forth, you're able to pick that this is not the best employer for me. So I know for quite some time you have heard about here we work as a family. Sounds familiar, sounds nice and welcoming. But guess what? That can be a red flag. So here are some of the phrases if an employer or a recruiter uses them, don't pick that job. And the first one is the one I have just mentioned. Here we work as a family. So what does that one mean? Really doesn't mean. It means then there is no boundaries. In family, no boundaries, yes? Everybody, you can just walk, the lastborn can just walk to their parents, say whatever that they have. Yes, there is that freedom, but no boundaries per se. Yeah. It also means that indirectly, it might mean you're expected to overwork. By this, you have to sacrifice some weekends, some holidays, and not question. In a family, you have freedom. Yeah. So you don't have to question something. So indirectly what that means, that statement, most of the organization or most of the recruiters hide behind that statement for such issues. So you have to be very keen. Why is it being used? Number two, we are looking for somebody who is flexible. Yeah. So that's what you feel, most of the recruiters will tell you, or some of the hiring managers will tell you. What does flexibility means? On face value, it might feel good, but it means no structures, no clear laws, no job description, or not clear job description. So you end up doing everything because you're expected to be flexible. Tomorrow you'll be in HR, tomorrow you'll be in operations, the other day after tomorrow you'll be in audits. So the flexibility need to be defined. What does the flexibility in that statement then stand for? Then the other one, you ask about the salary part, and you are told the salary will be discussed with time or later. So why is it later? Yeah. So sometimes you find you are promised that this is the starting salary, with the time we'll increase it, or your performance will speak. So each and every organization, when they're hiring, they have a set budget for that role. They have very clear salary schemes that stipulate the grades, the levels, and incremental, and what informs the incrementals. So it needs to be very clear. This is the salary, these are the benefits, and these are the exemption or deductions that is expected from you. If they are welfares, it will be communicated clearly on that specific conversation that you're having. Otherwise, it will be a disaster thereafter. Then there is this also statement, mostly now I'm saying startups. We are just a startup. So most of these things, we are setting them up. You'll be the first person to come and put the step forward, set clear rules, get policies, the SOPs. Yeah, it is very dangerous statement. We are just startups, so nothing is in place. Yeah. The other one, we'll discuss the contract later. So don't mind about the contract. Yeah, it's all about the trust. You know, trust is earned by what you do, what you promise, how you do things. Otherwise, if these things are not there, it's better left unsaid because it adds no value. So, in this, what I'm trying to say is that most of the time is when, if these statements are used, you'll be accepting an offer or a job based on promises, not what has been set in place, right? So, and then within the probation or the 3 months, you are just frustrated. And again, you already resigned to, maybe you are on a better job or a similar job. You already resigned in a newer culture. You are frustrated. You leave the job, nowhere to go. So, ask yourself, is that what you are looking for? So, read those statements and take them keenly. Those are red flags. They are not just statements, they are red flags. So, in case you have heard those statements and outcome has been bad, make a comment. These are just some phrases that are used by recruiters, by organizations, that I feel as a HR profession and as a business person that the candidates need to be conscious about whenever they are used. Otherwise, you'll be accepting a job offer based on a promise, not structured processes, the structured contract of engagement, structured salary and incremental processes of the salaries, culture and team structures. So be very conscious and be on lookout. Until next time, we'll be discussing what again now will be the red flags that the employer will be able to pick from you. You have already picked the wrong employer. Next time, the employer will pick the wrong candidate. See you then.